It's Today is November the 12th, 2020. This is your Maestro Bro Bay, Hebrew Muslim Moorish descent, and as a natural, divine celestial being, I do not know anyone personally here in Annapolis, Maryland. With that said, I'll be reading the first chapter 1 of the Circle 7 Quran, the creation and fall of man. Time never was when man was not. If life of man at any time began, a time would come when it would end. The thoughts of Allah cannot be circumscribed. No finite mind can comprehend things infinite. All finite things are subject unto change. All finite things will cease to be, because there was a time when they were not. The bodies and the souls of men are finite things, and they will change. Yeah, from the finite point of view, the time will come when there will be no more. But man himself is not the body nor the soul. He is a spirit, a part of Allah. Creative fate gave man, or spirit man, a soul that he might function on the plane of soul. Gave him a body of flesh that he might function on the plane of things made manifest. Why did creative fate give the spirit man a soul that he might function on the plane of soul? Why did creative fate give the soul a body of flesh that he might function on the plane of things that are made manifest? Hear now, ye cherubim, ye seraphim, ye angels, and ye men. Hear now, O protoplasm, and earth, and plant, and beast. Hear now, ye creeping things of earth, ye fish that swim, ye birds that fly. Hear now, ye winds that blow, ye thunders, and ye lightnings of the sky. Hear now, ye spirits of the fire, of water, earth, and air. Hear now, O everything that is, or was, and ever will be. For wisdom speaks. Wisdom speaks from out the highest plane of spirit life. Man is the thought of Allah. All thoughts of Allah are infinite. They are not measured up by time. For the things that are concerned with time begin and end. The thoughts of Allah are the everlasting and of the past unto the never-ending days to come, and so is man, the spirit man. But man, like every other thought of Allah, was but a seed that held within himself the potencies of Allah, just as a seed of any plant of earth holds deep within itself the attributes of every part of that special plant. So spirit man, as seed of Allah, held deep within himself, the attributes of every part of Allah. Now seeds are perfect, as perfect as the source from which they come, but they are not unfolded into life made manifest. The child is as perfect as the mother is, so man, the seed, must be deeply planted in the soil that he might grow. Unfold, as does the bud unfold, to show the flower. The human seed that came forth from the earth of Allah. Reread that again. The human seed that came forth from the heart of Allah was fully ordained to be the Lord of the plane of soul, and of the plane of things made manifest. So Allah, the husbandman of everything that is, threw forth his human seed into the soil of soul. It grew apace, and man became a living soul, and he became the Lord of all the kingdom of the soul. Hark now, that every creature here, the plane of the soul is but the ether of the spirit plane, vibrating not so fast, and in the slower rhythm of this plane, the essence of life are manifest. The perfumes and the odors, the true sensations, and the all of love manifest. And these soul attributes became a body beautiful, a multitude of lessons man must learn upon the plane of soul. And here he tarries many ages until his lessons are all learned. Upon the boundary of the plane of soul, the ether began to vibrate slower still, and then the essences took on a final garb. The perfumes and odors, and the true sensations, and the all of love, were clothed in flesh, and man was clothed in flesh. Perfected man must pass through all the ways of life, and so carnal was full manifest. A nature that sprang forth must be developed by the exercise of strength, and so then carnal nature soon became a foe that man must fight, that he might be the strength of Allah made manifest. Let every living being stand still and hear. Man is the lord of all the plane of manifest, of protoplasm, of mineral, of plant, of beast, but he gave up his birthrights just to gratify his lower self. But man will gain his lost estate, his heritage, but he must do it in a conflict that cannot be told in words. Yea, he must suffer trials and temptations manifold. But let him know that cherubim and seraphim that rule the stations of the sun and spirit of the mighty Allah, who rule the solar stars, are his protectors and his guide, and they will lead to victory. Man will be fully saved, redeemed, perfected by the things he suffers on the plane of flesh and on the plane of soul. When man has conquered carnal things, his garb of flesh will have served its purpose well, and it will be no more. Then he will stand untrammeled on the plane of soul, where he must fully complete his victories. Unnumbered foes will stand before man upon the plane of soul. These he must overcome, overcome them every one. Thus hope will never be his beacon of life. Thus hope will ever be his beacon light. There is no failure for the human soul, for Allah is leading on, and victory is sure. Man cannot die. The spirit man is one with Allah, and while Allah lives, man cannot die. When man has conquered every foe upon the plane of soul, the seed will have fully opened out, will have unfolded in the holy breath. The garb of soul will yield, have served its purpose well, and man will need it nevermore, and it will pass and be no more, and man will attain unto the blessedness of perfectness, and at one with Allah. That was chapter 1 of the Circle 7 Quran. Now I'm going to be reading, that was Divine Law. Now I'm going to be reading National Law from the Organic Constitution of the U.S.A. Constitution, Bill of Rights, ratified December 15, 1791. Amendment 1. Congress shall make no laws respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or the right of the people peaceably to assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. Amendment 2. A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Amendment 3. No soldier shall, in time of peace, be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner, nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law. Amendment 4. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects, and its unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall assure, but upon probable cause supported by oath or affirmation, in particular describing the place to be searched, and the persons or things to be seized. Amendment 4. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land of naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war, or public danger, nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a life witness against himself, nor be deprived of liberty or property without due process of law, nor shall private be taken for public use. Private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Amendment 6. In all criminal prosecution, the accused shall enjoy the right to a speedy and public trial by an impartial jury of the state and district wherein the crime shall have been committed, which district shall have been previously ascertained by law, and to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation, to be confronted with the witnesses against him, to have compulsory process for obtaining witnesses in his favor, and to have the assistance of the counsel for his defense. Amendment 7. In the suits of common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States. Then, according to the rules of the common law. Amendment 8. Excessive bail shall not be required, nor excessive fines imposed, nor cruel and unusual punishment inflicted. Amendment 9. The enumeration in the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed to deny or disparage others retained by the people. Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the states, are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. This one, that was the Bill of Rights. There we go. Today again is November the 12th, 2020. As a reminder, Arrington-Bey, he will know some Moorish descent. And that was chapter 1 of the chapter 7 Quran and first 10 amendments of the Bill of Rights. That's all.